So now that the Disney trilogy is over, 7, 8, and 9 of Star Wars, we can compare it to the prequels and the original trilogy a little bit better. Today, I'm going to compare it to the prequels, because for me, it's not even, fun to compare it to the original trilogy. There's just so much better about episodes 4, 5, and 6. But let's take a detailed look at why the prequels are better, and I think there are certain things about the Disney trilogy that are better than the prequels, but mostly technical stuff and a couple of tone things here and there, but basically the prequels have it where it counts. So I'm going to read from a Reddit post. Anyone else find it ironic that in trying to distance themselves from the prequels, Lucasfilms and Disney have only managed to make people appreciate them more? That's a great point. You know what? Even me, I grown to like the prequels over the years, especially episode 3, but now seeing what a mess can be made and what disrespect can be had for characters we've loved, I realize the prequels didn't quite upset me in the same way. They were sold out for kids. I don't think you could debate that. Even the Ewoks, even the end of Jedi, Lucas had kids in mind, but that really shone in the prequels with Jar Jar, some of the robots, some of the really fun alien characters that didn't look like nitty and gritty and, like they're from outer space in this rugged world. In 2012, when Disney acquired Lucasfilms, you couldn't even mention the prequels without 100 angry fanboys who think they're film critics because they watch RLM jumping down your throat. It's no secret Disney wanted nothing to do with them because of the backlash they received at the time of their release. Here we are 8 years and 5 movies later that, for the most part, have completely disregarded the prequels. This is true. Episodes 7, 8, and 9 had almost nothing to do with the prequels. And they are more appreciated than ever. Hell, Revenge of the Sith even considered the best in the saga by some people. Meanwhile, the backlash against Disney's trilogy puts the freak out over the prequels to shame. I'll admit, at the time, when I was like 20 years old in college, I saw Jar Jar, I was like, God damn it, what the hell happened here? But now that I see this complete Disney trilogy unfold, I'm like, yeah, I'll take Jar Jar over Rose. Yep, I'll even take Jar Jar over Rey. So, just in retrospect, we can see that the prequels were not quite as bad as we thought. Look guys, it's been 20 years, I was a different person at 20 years old when I saw the prequels, and yeah, they were a little disappointing, when you're waiting for, again, like you guys know, Luke to come back, Leia, Han, and we get Jar Jar. Yeah, it's going to be a little disappointing, but there's a coherent story, and that's one of the main things. Also, people keep saying to me, well, they made this mistake in the prequels, so it's okay that Disney made that mistake. No. What you do is you learn from mistakes and you correct mistakes. You don't make the same mistakes or you're stupider. Okay? So this next person I'm going to read from actually gets it really right. They definitely took the wrong lessons from the backlash to the prequels. They shouldn't have completely ignored all the tech and characters in the prequels, but instead focused on getting rid of the cringy dialogue and cheap humor, Jar Jar in parentheses, that people disliked. They utterly failed on both accounts. And that's exactly right. You know what? Okay, so the prequels had some bad stuff, I think. There was some cringe, there was some kiddie stuff, and there was some things to be disliked, but what you do is you remove those things and you make a good movie out of it. You learn from your mistakes, like I just said. You don't put your own cringy shit in the movie, like Canto Bight and Rose, and, Rey's infinite powers. And even stuff Finn does is kind of cringy when you look at it. He just, yells for Rey. He's like, Rey, Rey. And, Rose zaps Finn. It's cringy. Their kiss is cringy. So they took out some kiddie stuff that was cringy possibly and put in more cringy stuff. Doesn't make sense. Dead on comment. This next guy here, I share his sentiment. The Force Awakens I did not like, but I think the tone and the pacing and the structure of the movie was pretty good as a movie. Well, I think that The Force Awakens addressed some of the main things, dialogue, acting, and pacing. The Force Awakens is probably too fast, but the film does feel like almost a complete inversion from TPM to me. I found The Phantom Menace kind of slow and a bit flat at the time of its release. Aside from a few key scenes, and The Phantom Menace is the opposite. Of course, the big problem with the Disney trilogy is that it also does a 180-degree flip on the things that the prequels did do well. Having an actual story, and being full of visual invention like the OT was before it. So yeah, that's the thing. The Disney trilogy is very bland. Everyone says to me, Last Jedi looks so good, it looks great. It doesn't. It's plain. It's water, a salty planet, or space. Very plain backgrounds, not much world building, because they wanted to throw their silly characters in your face. Rose, Holdo, even the way, Rey acted, even the way Finn acted, it was silly. So they didn't really care about world building and background, which is one reason I really like The Mandalorian. People look over that who give it like a bland review, average review. Mandalorian has great world building, and that's important to me. Anyway, you guys let me know what you think down below about these comments. I'm doing shoutouts, special thanks, real quick. These are from a Reddit called Saltier Than Crate. I've been using this Reddit for like a year. It seems that a couple of people just discovered it now. I haven't revealed the source because I've been getting some good stuff from them. But, now the cat is out of the bag. And, now the cat is out of the bag. I think you say, that's the phrase. Saltier Than Crate, it's a great site. And when they started getting shoutouts from more YouTubers, they jumped like 13,000 subscribers in their Reddit. So, there you go. Anyway, smash the subscribe button. Click it, press it, whatever you gotta do, get subscribed, and I will see you next time.
If you are not subscribed to this channel, The Entertainment Hacker, what are you waiting for? Smash that subscribe button now.